For centuries, stories have been passed down of dragons soaring through the skies, sea serpents terrorizing ships, and giant men with one blazing eye. Most dismiss them as myth, fantasy, legend. But what if some of them were real? Today, we're counting down 10 mythical creatures that may have actually existed, inspired by folklore, backed by history, and in some cases, supported by science. Let's separate myth from mystery. Number 10. The Kraken. Sailors once spoke in terrified whispers about the Kraken, a monstrous sea beast large enough to drag entire ships beneath the waves. Sounds impossible, right? But the legend lines up eerily well with the giant squid, a real animal that can grow over 40 feet long with eyes the size of dinner plates. Once thought mythical, it wasn't filmed alive until 2006, so maybe the sailors weren't exaggerating after all. Number 9. The Cyclops. In Greek mythology, the Cyclops was a one-eyed giant, feared for its strength and savagery. But archaeologists have discovered ancient elephant skulls on Mediterranean islands with a large central hole where the trunk once was. To someone who didn't know what they were looking at, that could easily resemble a giant skull with a single eye socket. A simple misunderstanding or the root of a terrifying legend. Number 8. Dragons. From Europe to China, cultures around the world told tales of flying, fire-breathing dragons. Coincidence or collective memory? Many scholars believe dinosaur fossils, discovered long before the science to explain them, inspired these legends. Massive bones, mysterious skulls, sharp teeth. To an ancient human, that sounds like a dragon to me. Number 7. Mermaids. Beautiful, mysterious, deadly. Mermaids have appeared in myths from Africa to Scandinavia, but could they have been real? Possibly if you're willing to accept that manatees or dugongs were mistaken for women of the sea. It sounds odd, but remember, sailors were lonely, starving, and often drunk. Combine that with a manatee sighting at dusk and boom, mermaid sighting. It may not be glamorous, but it's definitely possible. Number 6. The Griffin. Half eagle, half lion, the griffin was a fierce guardian of treasure in ancient myth. But in the Gobi Desert, ancient Scythian gold mines sat alongside fossils of a real creature, the Protoceratops, a dinosaur with a bird-like beak, 4 legs, and claws. Some researchers believe nomads may have discovered these fossils and invented the griffin to explain what they saw, a fossil-born legend. Number 5. Werewolves. Shape-shifting humans cursed to become beasts beneath the full moon. It sounds supernatural, but some real conditions could explain the myth. Hypertrichosis, a rare genetic disorder, causes excessive hair growth all over the body. Combine that with medieval superstition, rabies outbreaks, and fear of wild men, and the werewolf legend starts to look more like misunderstood science than fantasy. Number 4. Unicorns. Graceful, horned horses have appeared in art and mythology across centuries, but many believe the unicorn was inspired by the Indian rhino, which has a single horn and a majestic presence. Even fossilized elasmotheriums, giant Ice Age relatives of the rhino, had enormous single horns and roamed Eurasia. Not quite sparkling white horses, but close enough to spark a myth. Number 3. The Chupacabra. First reported in Puerto Rico in the 1990s, the chupacabra was said to be a blood-sucking monster that attacked livestock. But many sightings turned out to be real animals, coyotes or dogs, with severe mange, a skin disease that causes hair loss and deformity. From a distance, they look nightmarish. The creature may not be mythical at all, just sick, suffering, and misunderstood. Number 2. Hobbits. Real ones. In 2003, archaeologists discovered the remains of a tiny human species, Homo floresiensis, on the island of Flores in Indonesia. Standing just 3 feet tall and nicknamed the Hobbit, this species lived alongside modern humans. Local legends already told of small forest people, shy, clever, and elusive. Turns out, those myths may have been based on truth. Number 1. The Basilisk. Known as the King of Serpents, the basilisk was said to kill with a single glance. Too extreme? Maybe. But there's a real creature called the basilisk lizard, also known as the Jesus lizard, because it can run across water. It doesn't kill with its eyes, but with its speed, spines, and flashy display, it might have sparked the myth centuries ago. Sometimes nature is just mythical enough to inspire legends. So, are myths just fairy tales or blurred memories of a forgotten truth? Maybe these creatures were real, maybe they were misunderstood, or maybe they still exist, just hiding, waiting for us to believe again. Which mythical creature do you think might have once walked the earth? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more mind-blowing videos from the edge of science and myth. Until next time, keep your eyes open. You never know what's real.